The American Express Black Card is by far the most exclusive credit card, reserved for only the highest spending wealthiest people on the planet, with a $10,000 initiation fee and a $5,000 annual fee. It definitely comes at a pretty hefty price for what you pay, though a lot of cardholders actually justify keeping this card from the insane luxury benefits you get, like having your own personal concierge line where you can make reservations and get exclusive access to service unlike anything else. Now, in this video here, we're going to be taking a closer look at what you can do to get an Amex Centurion card. We'll go into more details on the rest of the benefits that this card has, and we'll be sharing with you a new update to new insights and data points to see what people are now having to do in order to even get invited. So, you want to know how to get the invitation? Well, here are 3 things that you must do. Number 1, have a good relationship with American Express. Now, this here is going to break down into 3 additional specific factors you need to become a cardholder for at least 1 year. Number 2, you need to spend a consistent amount every month on one card. And number 3, you need to make sure that you're paying that card off in full every single month. By doing those 3 things, you can qualify to maybe one day get invited for this elite tier card. But if you're serious about actually improving your odds, here's what you need to know. So think of it like this. Every credit card company generally has a built-in algorithm to score your profile based on several factors. This is one of the reasons why a credit score exists, because we have a score tied to our profile, and if we don't have a good enough score, even if we apply, they may not ever approve us. Now, with American Express, it's pretty simple how their algorithm works. Generally, the more different products you have with them, it shows that you are more invested into them, raising that score. We're talking about, as an example, if you've been a cardholder since 2001 versus someone who just became a cardholder in this past year, that grading would be more in favor of the person who's been a cardholder for many, many years. Out of all these factors, the most important aspect comes down to how much you can spend, though, on your American Express account. And not only that, but it's how well you can consistently pay it off. Look, I know there's some people who think spending $100,000 on your card is going to get you invited right away. But that is not the case, because if you're not paying off the balance on your card, you can forget your chances of getting that invitation. Now, one actionable step that I recommend that a lot of people actually tend to overlook is the fact that if you get a card, more specifically the Amex Platinum card, to put all your expenses on this year alone is going to raise those odds significantly if you want to get improved. But we'll talk a bit more about that later on. Now, say you're doing all of this right now and you've completed step 1 towards getting your Amex Centurion card. Well, the second thing you're going to want to do is then update your income. If you go on your account, click on Account Services, you'll see the button Update Your Income down in the bottom left corner. Now you want to keep this updated because your income, your credit, and payment history are all additional factors to contribute to you getting invited for the card. Now, for those questioning even all of this, American Express actually helps us a lot. They go ahead and specifically state on their website in their terms and conditions that if you want to get accepted for the Centurion card, you need to have an annual income of over $250,000 a year. Keep in mind, American Express does also have something called the Financial Review Program. So, if you decide, all right, I'm not there just yet, making $250,000, but I'm going to say it anyways, just so I can get invited for this card maybe one day. Yeah, well, in this instance, I'd say you might want to reconsider doing that. American Express does something which is often called a financial review, where they will ask you for your tax documents, your bank statements, or other proof of income to verify your income that you're stating that you make. Now, by the way, American Express is pretty shameless in triggering multiple financial reviews as well. So, if you change your income regularly, you are putting your account in a hot spot for them to ask you for more additional information. I even got hit with the financial review one time, and this isn't because I stretched my income. It was just because I had made such a drastic amount. Obviously, you guys know what I do here from YouTube, but my income changed so much, I think it was like 4 years ago, to the last 3 years, where they're like, yo, this boy's capping. During that period of time when they were reviewing my books and my tax returns, I actually had a limit on all my American Express card accounts, and anytime I hit that limit, I would have to manually pay off those cards in order for me to continue using it. Now, last but not least, when it comes to the 3 essential things that you need to do in order to get invited, is that you need to meet the minimum spend requirement on this card. So, similar to the income that they require you to make. According to most sources, it turns out American Express actually requires that you need to spend a minimum of $250,000 a year as well. Now, we'll talk a bit more about this later on, but it even shows through recent data points that $250,000 a year in spend still isn't enough. In fact, I've even seen more people all across Reddit in different forums where they're spending $1 million a year for multiple years, and they still haven't yet gotten an invitation. So then the question is, what is the actual requirement? Well, first of all, you should actually know that there are two different versions of the Centurion card. You have the personal version and the business version. Now, if you're spending around $4 million a year on your personal card, you actually might have a pretty good chance of getting invited. But when it comes to the business card, this is a bit of a different story. You're going to be needing to spend a lot more money on the business side. And this is where, if you get invited, they'll give you a business Centurion card invitation rather than the personal one. Now, as a business owner, I'll tell you guys, it is pretty easy being able to rack up expenses on a business credit card. So naturally, this is the reason why the minimum spend requirement on the business version is significantly higher than the personal one. An interesting data point that I found is the fact that the longer you've had an American Express card, it seems like there's a trend where the lower your annual spend in order to get invited might be. So, if you got a card recently, it turns out you might need to spend 5 to 10 times of what someone who's been a card holder for many, many years. There might be a need to spend it, as it turns out that Amex takes into account the median income in the surrounding area where you reside. So, if you're a millionaire but live in a city where there are hundreds of thousands of other millionaires, American Express won't consider you as particularly exceptional. However, suppose you live in a remote area and you're the sole millionaire there. In that case, you'd actually stand a better chance of receiving an invitation to the Centurion card based on your geographical location. In recent years, American Express introduced a new request form that you could use to capture their attention. Essentially, this website placed your information in front of the review team at American Express, potentially increasing your odds of receiving an invitation. However, it appears that they've currently taken down that page, and there's no certainty about when they'll reintroduce it. There's another strategy as well. When you have a significant amount of expenditure on a card like the Business Platinum or the Personal Platinum, eventually, American Express will assign you a personal account manager. This personal account manager is someone with whom, if you manage to build a strong relationship, might have connections to those who approve Centurion card applications. One thing I've learned over the years is the significance of knowing the right people. Even for me, there are always individuals I know who end up securing that dream job offer, seemingly with the least possible skill, and getting generously paid for their abilities simply because they have the right connections. So, building relationships within American Express, such as with your personal account manager, I believe could also be a major factor in getting approved for a Centurion card. At this point, we haven't even covered arguably the most important part. What does a $155,000 credit card actually offer? Amex has made updates to the benefits you receive as a cardholder. One of the most significant benefits of the Centurion card is status. No, I'm not just referring to the prestigious status symbol when you use the card. You also gain status at different hotels. You'll receive Diamond status at the Hilton Hotel, Marriott Gold status, and IHG Platinum Elite status. It's worth noting that obtaining the Hilton Diamond status is automatic if you have a Hilton Aspire credit card, which is also the highest status among Hilton resorts. Similarly, the Marriott Gold status is provided with the Platinum card by American Express. However, where this Centurion card becomes distinctive is with IHG. Platinum Elite is one tier below Diamond Elite, which is the highest status, and with the Centurion card, you automatically acquire that status as well. Moreover, with the Centurion card, you receive immediate room upgrades when booking through the Centurion Hotel program. This is an exclusive travel portal akin to American Express fine hotels and resorts. The primary difference is that you gain immediate room upgrades when booking through the Centurion Hotel program, making it more exclusive than the Fine Hotels and Resorts program, which nowadays is more commonly used due to the number of people holding the Platinum card. Looking at the screen, you can see more of the differences between the two programs. However, there are more similarities than differences, including perks like complimentary breakfast for two, guaranteed 4 p.m. late checkout, and early check-in at noon, which, by the way, are fantastic benefits. Additionally, you'll also receive in-room complimentary Wi-Fi and property credits. the Centurion card also stands out as one of the best credit cards for car rental insurance. If, for any reason, your car is lost, stolen, or damaged, you'll be eligible to recover a substantial amount of the expenses. This card is so reliable that it might be justifiable to decline the additional insurance fee typically paid when renting a car. Furthermore, with this card, you'll have access to 24/7 premium roadside assistance, providing up to 4 complimentary services per year. The benefits don't stop there. You also gain 2 additional perks: Hertz Gold plus Rewards President's Circle and Avis's President's Club. Normally, the latter is an invitation-only elite status. These benefits are quite impressive, and while I won't delve into all of them, you can pause the video to review them. The last benefit, which is crucial and shouldn't be overlooked, is the Platinum Medallion status with Delta. With this status, you receive unlimited complimentary upgrades when flying Delta, waived fees for baggage and same-day changes, and enhanced earning categories when booking Delta flights. Additionally, you'll have access to choice benefits, including regional upgrades, extra sky miles, and more. Obtaining status with an airline is highly significant as it usually requires extensive flying, making it exclusive and more meaningful when acquired through a card like this. Now let's discuss airport benefits. Firstly, you receive a clear membership, which is somewhat standard across most luxury travel cards, but it's an appreciated inclusion. When it comes to lounges, this card stands out. Not only can you bypass the entire line outside the Centurion lounge, but you also gain access to private sections within the lounge. I can't disclose how I know this, but it's an incredible perk. Another benefit of holding this card is the expedited clearance through customs and baggage claim at 32 partner airports. Moreover, in certain instances, if you have the Centurion card and visit a partnered airport, they might transfer you from one section to another in a private car on the tarmac. These perks are remarkable. Additionally, you'll receive a complimentary Equinox All-Access Gym membership valued at $3,600 annually. There's also a Saks Fifth Avenue credit similar to the Platinum card, but with this, you receive $250 per quarter or $1,000 per year to shop at Saks Fifth Avenue. Furthermore, for flights booked using this card, you earn 1x back on everything, which simplifies things. This card might not offer a direct return on investment compared to the annual fee and initiation fee, but at least they provide you with a single reward point. However, let's not overlook the most exclusive and exceptional benefit: the concierge line. Through this service, it's said that if it's legal, they can make it happen for you. For instance, they might help secure a reservation at a fully booked restaurant at the last minute, or assist in purchasing a hard-to-find item like concert tickets that are sold out. These are the individuals you would contact to access seemingly impossible things. There are anecdotes mentioning that during the scarcity of graphic cards a few years ago, individuals contacted Amex and received buying options within 48 hours. Another instance involved securing a reservation for 15 people at a popular Chicago steakhouse on the busiest day of the year, just 2 hours later at 4:30 p.m. Ultimately, the decision to acquire a card like this is entirely up to you. However, if you've reached a point where you're being invited, money might not be a limiting factor for you. These additional benefits could significantly simplify your life, providing you with perks that sometimes money can't buy, such as the concierge service or exclusive experiences at certain hotels. If, like me, you're an everyday individual, my preferred recommendation out of all these options is to apply for the American Express Platinum card first. Many overlook this card due to its $695 annual fee. However, when you compare the benefits of the Platinum card to the Centurion card, the Platinum card offers substantial value. For instance, it provides an 80,000-point welcome bonus offer after spending $8,000 in the first 6 months. Moreover, it offers 5x points on flights booked directly with airlines or on AmexTravel.com and 5x points on prepaid hotels booked on Amex's website. The list of benefits goes on, and I've created several videos on my channel detailing them. I've calculated the initial value, solely from the welcome bonus, to be $800, along with thousands of dollars in free credits. Whether you're intrigued by the Centurion card's benefits or aiming to obtain it one day, the Platinum card is a crucial stepping stone toward acquiring the Centurion card, if that's your goal. If you're interested in learning more about it, there's a link in the description below where you can explore what the Platinum card offers. Additionally, there's a tool called Card Match, where you input your information for a soft pull on your credit, and they match you with some of the best offers. Through this, there's a possibility of obtaining the rare $150,000 welcome bonus offer on the Platinum card. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to check out the links in the description, share this with someone who might find it insightful, and if you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, the links are also provided below. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate and love all of you. See you in the next one. Peace.